Sometimes growing up means realizing that not every dream has to become a career. And there's nothing shameful about loving something deeply without it turning into a paycheck or a competition. You can still be an artist even if your paintings stay on your bedroom wall, because creativity was never meant to exist only for money or recognition. There is peace in waking up, going to work, coming home to people you love, and spending your free time doing the things that make your soul feel alive. Society pressures people to monetize every talent they have, but some passions are healthier when they stay personal, private, and free from pressure. You do not fail at your dreams just because they became hobbies instead of careers, because joy itself is still a meaningful accomplishment. A quiet life filled with stability, laughter, hobbies, and people you care about can be just as valuable as a life filled with fame and attention. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is stop chasing impossible expectations and start appreciating the life already sitting in front of you. There are millions of people who will never become famous, musicians, writers, or creators, but that does not make their passion any less real or important. You can still be those things, just not the famous version of those things, and that's okay. It's okay to play guitar after work just because it calms your mind instead of trying to become a celebrity with millions of listeners. You're allowed to enjoy things casually without turning every passion into a side hustle, a business plan, or a desperate race for validation. Some dreams evolve as we get older, and that is not giving up. It's learning who we truly are with what kind of life actually fulfills us. And living a normal life does not make you boring, because there is beauty in ordinary moments that loud success stories often ignore. And there's something powerful about accepting yourself without constantly feeling the need to prove your worth to the world. And maybe success is not becoming famous at all, but instead becoming peaceful, emotionally healthy, and surrounded by people who genuinely love you. Some people chase massive dreams for years only to realize they missed out on the simple joys that were available to them the entire time. It's okay if your dream became something you do on the weekends, while you build a stable and meaningful life during the week. A person who works a normal job and quietly enjoys their hobbies is not less important than someone who is living in the spotlight. You do not need millions of followers to justify your existence or to prove that your interests matter. Sometimes hobbies save us more than careers ever could, because they often become safe places instead of sources of pressure and exhaustion. There is dignity in working hard, paying your bills, loving your family, and still making time for the little things that bring you happiness. The internet often glorifies constant ambition, but real life is not a nonstop productivity contest that you have to win. You are still creative, even if only a few people ever see your work, because creativity begins with expression, not popularity. Some of the happiest people in the world live ordinary lives filled with routine, comfort, and meaningful relationships instead of endless achievement. Your hobbies do not lose value simply because they remain hobbies, because fulfillment is not measured by income. There's nothing embarrassing about choosing peace over burnout and stability over endless pressure. A normal life can still contain extraordinary moments like family dinners, late night conversations, laughter with friends, and quiet mornings with coffee. You are allowed to stop romanticizing struggle and start romanticizing peace, balance, and emotional stability instead. Sometimes the bravest thing a person can do is admit that they no longer want to chase a dream that no longer makes them happy. You can still love music, you can still love gaming, you can still love drawing, and you can still love creating without needing the world to validate your passion. Growing older often means that happiness is more important than impressing strangers online. There is beauty in being dependable, kind, and emotionally present, even if nobody makes documentaries about your life. The world needs ordinary people who care about others just as much as it needs ambitious people chasing giant dreams. It's okay if your life looks simple from the outside, because simplicity can hold more peace than chaos ever will. And a calm life filled with hobbies and people you love is not settling. It can actually be a form of success. And not every talent is meant to become a profession. And sometimes protecting your passion from burnout is the healthiest choice you can make. You're not wasting your life just because you chose stability over uncertainty and peace over constant chasing. There are people who secretly wish they could slow down and appreciate a normal life instead of constantly feeling pressure to achieve more. And you do not owe the world a legendary story in order for your life to matter. Sometimes happiness looks like coming home after work, playing your favorite game, talking to the people you love, and feeling safe for the night. There's freedom in realizing that you no longer need to become extraordinary to feel worthy as a human being. A lot of people burn themselves out trying to become something huge while forgetting that small moments are what make life meaningful. Your dream changing shape does not mean your younger self would be disappointed in you, because survival and peace matter too. It's okay if your biggest goal now is to simply build a stable, loving, peaceful life instead of chasing endless recognition. Some passions are meant to comfort you instead of consume you, and there is wisdom in understanding that difference. The older we get, the more we realize that being emotionally healthy and surrounded by love is more important than impressing strangers. You can often live a quiet life and still have a deep, meaningful, and unforgettable impact on the people around you. Maybe the purpose of your hobbies was never fame at all, but simply helping you survive difficult times and express who you are. And there's nothing wrong with being average in the eyes of the world while still feeling fulfilled in your own heart. Your life does not need to look impressive online to be meaningful in real life. Some of the most beautiful lives are the ones lived quietly, honestly, and without the constant need for attention. At the end of the day, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a normal person who loves deeply, works honestly, and enjoys simple hobbies, and finds peace in ordinary life. Just live a simple life and don't be afraid to just have your dreams as hobbies. I've retargeted my expectations of my stuff, and, the thousands of views that I get, make me happy. And I don't need millions.